Thank you. Let me start first asking you about two of the characteristics of your game, control and passing. They are a massive part of your game. Are you pleased that Nike has introduced the CTR 360 boots?
Definitely. I think now I've been training with them for a few weeks. They feel really comfortable. And it's great that they can do some special boots for players like me, that we pass a lot the ball with the internal part of the foot or with the external part, and for the control it's really good, so we are really pleased with it. Yeah.
How good is it? How does it help you to control the ball?
Well, it has some new things that they have put introduced in the boot, and you know, especially for when you kick the ball, you know, with the middle of the foot, you know, you don't have the tongue there, you know, and they put some things in the external part as well for the control of the boot. It makes it softer, and I think it feels really good, and I'm excited about playing with them.
One of the fascinating things about boots is that every player in different positions use different boots. Do you think that's how it should be?
Well, yes, I think so, because every player has different characteristics of play. Like you know, you can have kind players like Theo, you know, who is really quick. Probably he will need a lighter boot. Me, I don't need that. I will always be slow. But you know, every player is different, really.
This is a part I'm really looking forward to, because Nike is presenting as well the Football Plus, the online training program, and you are part of it. And in it, we're going to see a video in a minute where, and if you can talk us through it, where you're going to explain what it is, the 180 degrees 10.
Well, in midfield you need a lot of movement. You have to be all the time asking for the ball, looking for the ball. And in my position, you have to be moving all the time. So as you can see, you know, you first move the defender outside. After you come back, you ask for the ball. And this 1-2 seconds that you win there is when you have the time, if the ball is good, to give this turn, you know, on the ball and on the body, and then you can pass, you know, better your opponent, because he doesn't have this 1 second that you won before, and after you can play your teammate with a simple pass. Yeah.
What's fascinating is that football is not just something that you go out into the pitch and play. You have to train these kind of moves, don't you? I mean, you have to work at it.
Yeah, definitely. You always have inside yourself some things instinctive, you know, that it comes along, but definitely you have to train a lot. You have to know what you are doing. You have to know when you are doing it, and try to do always to make the right decision is the most difficult thing in football. Yeah.
So you think it's a good idea that young footballers are able to see this? There's also advice from Iniesta, from the Barcelona players. Is it something that young footballers will appreciate? Being able to even just take it into the training ground with the iPod and stuff and having a look at it.
Yeah, it's great, because I think, you know, if you look at professional footballers and they show you how to do things, or maybe you can learn something from it, I think it's really good. And I used to do that as well, you know, when I was really young. And, you know, we are happy that we can help some young, talented players as well.
Staying still in the training ground, what do you do specifically to train and improve your touch and your control?
Well, we do, especially at Arsenal, we do a lot of things with the mannequins, you know, always 1-2s, one touch, control. The boss likes it a lot, you know, because we are a team that, of course, we know where every player plays, but even the striker can go with midfield, the midfield can go as a striker, there's always a lot of movement, and we train a lot, yes, with the mannequins, 1-2s, first touch, two touch, but as less touch as possible, yeah.
Do you reduce the space of the training pitch?
Yeah, we play a lot of 5 against 2, sometimes you play 7 against 3, things like this, always in small spaces where you don't have time to think, and it helps a lot, to be honest, after when you're on the game.
Is it fair to think that maybe young footballers don't realize how much work you actually put into becoming you?
Well, yeah, you have to have luck, definitely, but you have to spend a lot of hours training, improving at what you are maybe not as good, trying to be better at what you are already good. And yeah, you have to spend a lot of time, and you have to have someone as well that tells you, you know, how to do it and how to learn, you know, to teach you how to do things. Because
of the way you learn at Arsenal, I suppose at Barcelona as well, you can play in different positions in the midfield and even in the attack. You do so with Spain. If you had to choose one, what's your preferred role and why?
It's difficult. Probably the one I'm playing now is where I feel most comfortable. I'm still getting there, you know, to be at my best in that position, because I think it's different. When I started at Arsenal, we were playing 4-4-2. I was one of those two in the middle, so I could come very deep to get the ball. And when I was young, it was really good for me, because I had more time from deeper positions, you know, to link with another players, to move forward from deep. Now my position is more higher up on the pitch. Sometimes I don't touch as many balls as I used to touch, so I have to be patient sometimes more. But I know I'm in this part of the pitch where I can do dangerous things, you know, in terms of giving the final ball and stuff, and I have more time to go to dangerous positions, you know, to score a goal as well. I feel with more freedom in that position.
You're 22, and I remember a few years back talking about what it meant to be captain of a team, something that maybe in Spain we don't have, but you soon realize how important it is. You've been given the armband now. What has Arsene Wenger seen in you to deserve it?
I don't know. It's difficult for me to answer that, because I don't really know. I always try to give my best. Sometimes I will play bad, but I always try to give everything in every single game, in every single training, and that's what I try to do, really.
If you had to give an advice to somebody who's making a debut for Arsenal, one thing that you have to say just before you go and stamp on the grass and start the game, what would it be?
I would say play simple, because in these kind of games, I think, especially in the debuts, if your first 3-4 touches are good, even if it's 2 meters, if they are good, you start feeling good and you feel confident. And after is when you can do, you know, if you are a winger, you can do your little trick, something, but the first few touches are so important, because if you make your debut and you start with the first 2 touches like bad, your confidence, you can be as good as you are, but your confidence will go low, and it's difficult to stand up after.
This season is a fascinating Premier League season where it seems like there are new contenders for the title, or so it seems so far. Who do you think those will be who are, again, the main title contenders?
It's really difficult to say that. How many games? 6 games played. 7. It's nothing, you know. But yeah, of course, you can see, you know, teams like Man City, Tottenham. They're doing very well, and of course they will be up there. They will try to be, you know, in Champions League, UEFA, and it's difficult. It's difficult. Chelsea are looking strong. Man United, as always, you know, they cannot have Ronaldo, Tevez, but they will be there at the end fighting for it. Liverpool as well. So it's going to be difficult.
When the season started, I suppose everybody puts individual targets and collective targets in their mind. Is that something that Arsene Wenger helps you with? Does he talk to you as an individual and says, okay, I want from you this, and I want the team to do this, that?
Yes, definitely. He goes probably one by one for all the players after we do a team meeting about what he expects from us as a team, about if he talks to you personally, about, he always tell me, I need to be better defensively. And I know I have a lot to learn and a lot to give, to the team, defensively, because I know it's one of the points, I have to be stronger if I want to be one midfield, is really complete. And, after, of course, you have to keep working on my final pass. Sometimes, as well, to give more support like this, and every day try to be a little bit better.
Is he the kind of manager that when you think you've reached that level that you shouldn't be told anything, he comes out with something you don't expect, which improves your game, a little thing, a little change?
Sure,
yeah?
For sure, always. He will never be 100% happy with what you do, and the moment if he sees that you think maybe you reached a top level, he will always come to you and show you a video tape and say, look, here you should have done that. And because he loves football, he's watching football all the time, so he will always see things that you don't see on yourself or on the team, and he will always show you what to do.
Is there a conversation that you remember in particular, one that you think you replayed in your mind that has helped you?
With the boss?
With the boss?
No, not one particularly, but well, I don't know. It was very special the day he came to me. He wanted to talk to me about he thought about me being captain of Arsenal. I will always remember that time because I spent with him 10 minutes talking not just about that, about my personal life, how I was, like a father, as his son, and it's like, I felt, really privileged to be in that place at that moment. I will always remember the way he said it to me. Yeah.